Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Uma Maheshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. In the last video lecture series, I have explained about the IP addressing which is used in the IoT. Now, I'm going to explain about the various application protocols which are being used in the wireless technologies: HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, and Telnet, and other ports. This is nothing but IoT architecture which uses TCP protocol for the application protocol layer. As usual, the sensor senses the data here and it is being sent to the source IP address. Then it is being given to the set of routers, and from the routers it is being finally processed to the various that means open system interconnections layer, and finally the data is being reached to the destination layer. This is nothing but the IP address which I have been explained in the last video lecture series, how the data packets using the data length is transferred from the source into the destination end. This is nothing but a TCP/ICP suite of protocols for the internet, where application layer protocols is nothing but a domain name server, put ups, co-op, that is constrained application protocol, lightweight machine to machine protocol. Then MQ, it is nothing but message query telemetry transport protocol, XMPP, extendable message passing protocol, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, which is being used here in the various layers in order to transfer data from the source into the destination end. Where first here the data is being sent from the specified port at transmission end and to the specified port at the receiver end. Then here each port uses a distinct protocol at an application layer. A port uses a protocol for sending and receiving the messages. Here application layer HTTP is nothing but a hypertext transfer protocol, where the port number is 80 here, and HTTP web server listens to port 80 only and responds to port 80 only. It uses a URL, for example HTTP is to www.education.com. Default port taken as 80 for the URL port number, which can be specified after the length. Then HTTPS, it is nothing but a hypertext transfer protocol over the secure socket layer, or we'll call it as a TLS. Here we uses the port number as 443, and HTTPS port sends a URL. For example, HTTPS, this Wikipedia is being sent by using the various port numbers. Here TLD is .org. Domain name is wikipedia.org, subdomain name is en. So resource related URL is wiki, list of TCP and the UDP port numbers. Here the HTTP client and the server, where HTTP consists of a standard protocol. It requests a URL specified web page, where here resources uses a URL specified web page. Then the web server sends in response to the requested resource. Then the HTTP client requests an HTTP server on the internet in order to transfer data from the server source into the destination end. The server responds by sending a response here. The response may be with or without the processing. Then HTTP here act as a stateless protocol, and HTTP request assumed a fresh request as per the protocol. No session or sequence number field or no field that is retained in the next exchange. That means the sequence number field or no field will not be retained here. The current exchange by an HTTP request, which is independent of the previous exchanges. So the latter changes do not depend on the current one. Then we'll have various cookies here. A text file which creates during a particular pair of exchanges uses the HTTP request and the response. Then the creation is either CGI or processing program. The prior exchange method depends on this cookie, and HTTP state management mechanism uses this cookie. Then the HTTP protocol features, where it consists of a more efficient file transfer protocol. Then it is based on object oriented programming system. Then it has 8 methods which is used to get various data, that is get, post, head, connect, put, delete, trace and options. These are the various HTTP protocol features which are being used here. Thank you.